This is the tale of the hitman who hired a hitman, who then hired another hitman, and then that hitman hired another hitman, and maybe he hired another one after that. Who knows? All of which to kill the exact same target. This very strange occurrence is what we're going to be talking about today, and just trying to pick apart what the hell happened here. Hello! Welcome to Brainspill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and I'm sure that most people watching this are fairly familiar with the idea of a pyramid scheme. Yes, the trickle-down earnings to which you were referred into a pyramid, and you're encouraged to refer more people below you. It's pretty much just one big scam. So, what if you have the same thing, but you decided to hire a bunch of hitmen instead? We start with the real estate developer named Tan Yuoshi, who contacted an alleged hitman in October 2013 with a request to kill a business competitor surnamed Y as a result of a dispute related to a development project. Yes, because there's healthy competition and then just killing off the competition altogether. Sounds very sportsmanlike. So, how much would it cost you to buy yourself a hitman in China? Tan was willing to pay 2 million yuan, or $282,000, just to get the job done. However, this 2 million paycheck was good, but clearly not enough for the hitman. So instead of carrying out the hit himself, he decided to make a deal of his own, almost like a finder's fee, but to pass the dirty work onto another hitman he knew. So this work was subcontracted to another hitman for half the amount that he was getting, so as a finder's fee, that's a pretty good payment. Yes, this second hitman was named Mo Tingxiang, who would receive 1 million yuan out of the 2 million his hirer would get, for not actually killing the businessman himself. So yeah, you can sort of see where I'm going with this. How eventually this is going to trickle down to a point where you're going to be getting pennies on the dollar to kill someone. I mean, at that point, is it even worth it? If you can get so far down this chain, eventually it's probably going to be more cost prohibitive to off this person than it is to actually get paid for killing them. So, what happened? As you might expect, the second hitman subcontracted another hitman, who then subcontracted a fourth, and yada yada yada. Where's the work ethic anymore, people? Why take the work if you ain't gonna do the job? That's all I'm gonna say. So, each man along the chain, or in the pyramid, pocketed their piece of the change, subcontracted the job to another hitman, and whilst this might work for a few occasions, when this happens 4 or 5 times at the very least, there's a bit of a problem developing here. I mean, you can't go on forever splitting this guy's 2 million checks 16 ways, can you? This chain of outsourcing the work continued for a period of 6 months, until it reached the 5th person named Ling. Now, this 5th person was offered just 100,000 yuan, which was the sum of $14,100, which was peanuts in comparison to the 2 million that was being offered to the first hitman at the top of the chain. So it really does make you wonder why he took the job in the first place. And, well, he thought the same, because the 5th hitman backed out as well. But instead of subcontracting the work again, he decided to do the unthinkable. I would like to think that he did this because he had some sort of moral compass, or maybe due to the fact that he realised that he was at the bottom of the chain and he physically couldn't give this to anybody else because he had nothing to pay them with. So what he decided to do instead was contact the target and inform him that the plot was being made against his life. And in doing so, offered the guy to help fake his own death. Look, if you want a job doing properly, folks, at this point, you may as well have just done it yourself. Y agreed to let Ying take some photographs of him tied up in an attempt to stage the murder, to which Ling would take this away as his victory and use the photographs as proof to show up the chain that the deed had been done. He was the one hitman out of 5 who had the balls to go through with it. Well, almost, if it wasn't completely staged, that was. And with that, you'd think that would be the end of it. With nobody getting murdered and everybody getting paid, it was a win-win. However, as you might imagine, for somebody to try and plot your own murder, then they didn't take it lying down. This was, of course, not the end of the saga. The man who was the target for this whole plot at the same time notified the police of this whole scheme and that he was the target in this very strange assassination pyramid scheme of sorts. Not in those exact words, but that's basically what it was. Why? Well, of course he did. If someone's plotting your own murder, you're not just going to sit quietly about it, so yeah, I don't blame the guy. Anyway, the police arrested and charged Tan, who orchestrated the plot alongside all 5 of the hitmen hired and subcontracted in what they would refer to as international homicide. Tan received a 5-year jail term for initiating the murder plot, whilst the other hitmen received prison sentences between 2 to 4 years long. I mean, this ended in the exact way I assumed it was going to end. I mean, what did they think was going to happen? Eventually, if you hand this out to so many people, someone's going to fib later down the line. There's always a rat somewhere. So yeah, at the time, this became quite the story, and of course, quite hilarious at the same time. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but it just goes to show that you can always have too many cooks, or in this case, too many assassins in the kitchen. If you guys liked the video, here's another one just like it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.